Let's talk about buying a watch and prepping it for sale today. The biggest topic I want to cover essentially is repairs for a watch. So I'm going to give a few examples. I only have one in hand, so the others are just going to be theory. But basically, when you're buying and selling a watch, or let's even take it a step back and say you've owned a watch for a while and now you're going to sell it. What things do you need to do to make sure that you get top dollar for that watch? Well, there's a few different things. The first is going to be service history. You are going to want to know exactly the last time that watch was serviced. If it's been more than 3 to 4 years, you either are going to want to get a test showing how the watch is running, or you're going to want to say might need a service in your description. And this does lower the value of the watch a little bit. It will. Now, if the watch is running perfect in the test, then you can just ignore completely and show the test results saying, okay, the watch is running perfect. It doesn't need a service. But you should definitely note the last time the watch was serviced. And if it needs a service, make it known and maybe go and get that service done. Depending on the watch, that may be worth your time. Obviously, if the watch is only worth $1,000 or $2,000 and the service is $600-700, then obviously don't do that. Now let's talk about polishing versus not polishing. So a lot of collector watches, vintage watches, for example, it's not a good idea to have a vintage watch polished, because what happens is you're removing so much material from that watch that it changes the shape. Collectors do notice this type of thing. They really do. Now, on a non-collector watch, let's just say, I don't know, some random Breitling or something, it is okay to have a light polish, but don't go crazy. Don't change the shape. And you can also say to the buyer, you could have it unpolished and say, look, if you want it polished, we can have it polished for you. There's a lot of different creative things to do when it comes to polishing and non-polishing. And, there's people that are picky, some people that are not. It's very heavily divided. There are some people that request it to be unpolished, and there are some people that want new, must be polished, must look brand new, type of thing. The next thing I want to talk about is small, minor fixes. So this is where my example comes into play. So right here we have a Breitling Seawolf, and very cool watch. It's interesting. It runs perfect, but there is an issue with it, and it's a very common Breitling issue, which is the bezel itself. So basically, these were made with a click spring like your Rolex, where it will only turn one direction. And there's usually a click associated to the direction that you're turning it in. This is hard with one hand. Now, what happens with these older Breitlings is the spring itself is so weak and frail that it will actually snap. And when it snaps, the bezel can now rotate instead of one way. Look, now we're going backwards. You shouldn't be able to do that. And obviously there's no click at all, and you can now rotate this both ways. So the fix is to take the bezel off, which is a 5-second job, super easy to do, and put the new spring. Now, these springs are not cheap. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's $120 for the spring. It's ridiculous. But on a watch like this, that may be worth doing. In fact, I ordered the spring. It's on its way, and it will be fixed. I listed this watch already, and it is noted that the spring doesn't work. And obviously, when I fix it, it will be updated as a perfect watch. Again, that you have to use your judgment. You have to see, hey, is it worth me fixing these little imperfections, or should I leave them? Now, on a watch like this, yeah, it's worth it to sell a perfect watch. If you're not going to sell a perfect watch, the most important thing is to be honest and truthful. You do not want to be that guy that is not honest, ships the watch, and then ghosts the person when they come back and say, hey, the bezel's rotating both ways instead of just one way. Don't do that. Don't be that guy. Anyway, this is a quick video. I really wanted to do an unboxing of a few other watches that we got in, but I just don't have the time. And unfortunately, next week there's not going to be any video as I'm going to be away. But there is a really cool video coming in 2 weeks. We've been working on it for quite some time. It's really awesome. You guys are going to love it. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. It really helps our channel a lot. Until next time, peace.